Hello, I'm Elizabeth, and welcome to my universe. I have been having some of the craziest technical difficulties, but the show must go on. So, I'm making another video, and if you're new here, welcome to my channel. Make sure to subscribe and like this video because it's free to do so, and why wouldn't you? In this video, I'm going to be talking about not taking advice from people who are not qualified to give you advice and how to have discernment on how to take advice from other people, because I do think it is helpful to have energy exchanges with other people and have them kind of mentor you. But a lot of the things that we hear in our lives is overstimulation, and the wrong advice will actually be a blockage in your path rather than something that accelerates you. It will decelerate you. All the input that we're getting is either helping us or not helping us, which is hurting us, because if we're not going towards the solution, we're kind of just using time on something that's not the solution, you know? And I don't like binary thinking. I really don't. But when it comes to other people taking advice, I think we live in a very binary society of sometimes in order to understand things, you just either get it or you don't, and you either are moving forward or not. That is the simplest. Binary is the simplest way to understand. So I'm just going to be talking in a very binary way, even though I'm not a very binary thinker. But anyway, the only people that you should be taking advice from, like life advice, advice on identity, advice on spirituality, are people who have either been in your exact situation and going through the struggles that you're going through in the past, they did that before, or they're doing it now the same as you. They're also learning these exact same things. Or it's someone who is the desired outcome of you if you overcame these things. Think about it like you were learning how to play soccer. Here's the very binary version of this concept. It's you want to learn the rules of soccer, right? And then another person is I'm smart. I'm a professional basketball player. Here are the rules of basketball. You guys can talk all day about basketball, and guess what? At the end of that conversation, you don't know the rules of soccer. Someone can be a smart person. Someone can be a complete expert and a genius and phenomenal, but you want to learn soccer, and they're a phenomenal person in basketball, you know? So if you're trying to be in your own path in your life, there are going to be a lot of very smart people. A lot of people are going to look like they have it going on, and they're going to be so successful, but if you're not on the same life path as them, their advice is low-key useless. No tea, no shade, but there are just a lot of people who are just trying to tell you ways that are working for them but won't necessarily work for you, like the ways of basketball when you're trying to be a soccer player, if that makes sense. So if you're trying to learn soccer, let's go with this metaphor. Let's just say the only people who know how to play soccer are either someone who's done this thing in the past, maybe they used to play soccer, they have played soccer when they were a kid, they can teach you the rules of soccer even if they don't do it anymore. So they have some experience from the past. Second person who could potentially teach you soccer is someone who's also learning how to play soccer, because they're learning too. Maybe once they figure out the rules, they can tell you, and you guys can kind of just body double and learn together. But they're not exactly going to be the best resource. I recommend getting advice from people who are slightly older than you rather than people in your exact same age group and situation, because they don't necessarily know what they're doing, but they're closer to someone who's going to help you than someone who is a professional basketball player, if that makes sense. And then the third person that you can potentially take advice from is someone who has overcome your situation and they're in the desired outcome. The soccer player, this person is a professional soccer player. They play soccer every day. Of course they can teach you the rules of soccer. They think that's easy because they already did that. Someone who actively does the desired outcome of what you were trying to do. And you need to figure out what you're trying to do first. You need to uniqueify yourself and figure out like what exactly is your goal. And once you have clarity on your goal, then you can find the people who have either like done something similar in the past and maybe they don't do it anymore, or someone who's trying to do that same goal, or someone who has successfully done the goal and still does things that use the goal. This can apply to anything, not just soccer. But like if you ask advice from someone who has no similarity to you at all, that's not going to be good advice. And I do think everyone is valuable. There is value in the rules of basketball, but not when you're a soccer player, if that makes sense. But they can teach you about like your endurance or whatever. But if you want to learn soccer rules, ask a soccer player, not a basketball player, okay? And there's going to be a lot of basketball players who like tell you what to do and what works for them and what they think you should do and what they think that you're doing wrong. And they're like, oh, well, like actually like stretching your legs and that's not a good basketball stretch. They don't know what you're doing. They don't know anything. Like they can be a genius in one thing and know nothing about what you're doing. Like just because someone is very successful doesn't mean that they know everything. Don't take advice from people just because they're successful. Successful people don't know you. Successful people don't care about you. They just want you to pay for their course. Like, don't take advice from people who have no correlation or relation to like anything that you're trying to accomplish in your life. Find the similarities. Figure out who you are, you know, what your goal is. And then you can find the similarities in other people, right? You can find the similarities so you can actually get your goals. There are a lot of people who just want you to keep trying to get a goal and keep doing the self-improvement. But the only way to actually get the goal is to be with someone, learn from someone who has actually done what you are trying to do or is learning what you are trying to do. And the whole like getting with someone that's like learning what you're trying to do, that's a little risky, right? Because you don't know for sure if like they're going to succeed. And this can be applied to more than just playing soccer versus playing basketball, right? Because it can be applied to like the way that you want to have a career in your life, the way that you're making money, the way that your love life is, your spirituality, all of this. Like you can't learn like Buddhism from like a Catholic priest, you know? Like I have so much respect for priests. And I have so much respect for monks. Like someone can be smart and just like, you know, not be helpful. But they are still smart. Like it's just like, how do people not understand this by now? Because on social media, there's like a bunch of input on like how to become successful on social media, how to do this, how to get fit, how to glow up. All of this is random. Find someone who's like similar to you, like even your body type, even your like whatever. Like if you're trying to be fit, don't take advice from someone of the opposite gender. Like, what are you doing? Take advice from someone who has a similar body type to you, a height and weight and hip to stomach ratio, hip to waist ratio as you. Don't take advice from someone who looks nothing like you and will never look anything like you, and you will never look anything like them. Even if you follow their plan, you're going to look completely different. Okay? Okay? Anyway, and people are going to tell you things. They're going to act like they know everything because they figured it out. And if they do that, you have to stonewall them. You have to literally just be like, oh, okay. Yeah, like be respectful, but don't take their advice. Literally don't. That is going to fog your brain and be in your way. Like literally. It will stop you from achieving your goals because you'd be so focused on learning the rules of basketball that you never actually learn the rules of soccer. You know, I just feel like I had to clarify this. I feel like it's not well known, but to me it's so like I felt the need to share this message. Anyway, if this resonated with you, subscribe to my channel. Tell me what I should do next. I'm Elizabeth. Welcome to my universe, and I'll see y'all next time. Bye.